Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. Acton, Massachusetts. A quiet, affluent suburb roughly 30 miles outside Boston. The kind of town people move to for the schools. At 6:37 p.m., Acton police receive a phone call. It is not from inside the house on Martha Lane. It is from a father, away from home, who cannot reach his wife or his younger son by phone. He tells police something is wrong. A tutor had a scheduled appointment at the house that afternoon. No one answered the door. Within the hour, officers are standing in the driveway of a home that from the outside looks like every other home on the street. They go inside, and what they find will be described days later by a prosecutor standing at a podium in 3 words: a violent struggle. The house on Martha Lane belonged to a family that had recently moved to Acton. According to Arjun Aravin's own defense attorney, the relocation was intentional. The parents wanted a stronger support system and better schools for their 2 sons. The father worked. He left the house around 7 a.m. that Tuesday. That is the last confirmed time his wife, 45-year-old Sudha Venkatesan, was known to be alive. Sudha Venkatesan worked as a software development manager for Amazon. She was a mother of 2. Her younger son, 14-year-old Siddharth Aravind, left for a recreational facility around 9 a.m. He returned home shortly after noon. Somewhere between that return and the evening, according to prosecutors, both Siddharth and his mother were killed inside their own home. The father had no way of knowing any of this. He was at work. When a tutor arrived for a scheduled session that afternoon and could not get anyone to answer the door, the tutor contacted him. Nothing. At 6:37 p.m., he called Acton police and asked for a well-being check. When Acton police arrived at the home, the interior garage door was open. They went inside. On the first floor, they found 14-year-old Siddharth Aravind dead. A search of the rest of the house led them to the finished basement, where they found the body of Sudha Venkatesan. Prosecutors would later tell a courtroom that officers observed, in their own words, obvious signs of a violent struggle. Blood was found throughout the home. Investigators say it was visible up and down the staircase connecting the second floor to the basement. Assistant District Attorney Suzanne Wiseman told the court that based on the evidence at the scene, it was apparent that blunt force trauma had been used on both victims. Investigators also located a laptop computer at the scene, heavily damaged, and described in the criminal complaint as bloody, consistent with its use during the assault. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has since ruled the manner of death for both victims a homicide. As of this recording, the specific cause of death for each victim has not been finalized. The 17-year-old son who lived in that house, 17-year-old Arjun Aravind, was not there when police arrived. With 2 bodies inside the home and a teenager unaccounted for, what had been a well-being check became a search. Investigators determined that Arjun Aravind had left the house in his mother's vehicle, a 2014 Honda Accord. Massachusetts authorities would later charge him with unauthorized use of that vehicle and with motor vehicle theft. Acton police requested mutual aid. Over the following hours, police departments from Berlin, Harvard, Littleton, Lincoln, Maynard, Sudbury, Wayland, Westford, and Weston all assisted in the search for Arjun Aravind and his mother's car. At some point during those hours, investigators say, Arjun Aravind stopped at a Stop and Shop grocery store. According to police, he purchased roughly $2,000 worth of protein bars and cereal. The search continued through the night. At 3:40 a.m. Wednesday morning, police located the Honda Accord in a parking lot outside a medical facility in the town of Wayland. Arjun Aravind was inside. He was taken into custody without incident. Acton Police Chief Douglas Sterniolo told reporters that Aravind was not unknown to the department. Roughly a year earlier, he had been reported missing and was later found with the help of Acton police. On Wednesday, Middlesex District Attorney Marion Ryan and Chief Sterniolo held a press conference to announce the charges against Arjun Aravind. He faces 2 counts of murder, 1 for his mother, 1 for his brother. He also faces 2 counts of assault and battery on a household or family member, 2 additional counts of assault and battery, use of a motor vehicle without authority, and motor vehicle theft. Because Massachusetts Juvenile Court does not have jurisdiction over murder charges, Aravind could not be arraigned on those counts in Lowell Juvenile Court, where he first appeared Wednesday morning. Instead, he was arraigned on the murder and related assault charges the following day, Thursday, in Concord District Court, a court that handles adult criminal proceedings. A not guilty plea was entered on his behalf. District Attorney Ryan did not mince words about the scope of what the investigation had already uncovered. She told reporters that the investigation had, in her words, so far shown that Arjun had recently been demonstrating some concerning behavior. She was referring to his internet activity. According to the criminal complaint filed in Concord District Court, investigators recovered a history of activity on the AI chatbot ChatGPT, developed by the company OpenAI. District Attorney Ryan told reporters that Arjun Aravind had used the internet and ChatGPT to search for what she described as theoretical ideas or fantasy stories regarding the killing of his family. The criminal complaint goes further, citing specific text investigators say Aravind typed into the chatbot hours before the killings. In one entry, he wrote about a character named Adrian, a fictional stand-in, according to the complaint, musing about how that character might lure a parent into a conversation in a basement, and questioning what excuse the character might use to take a phone away from a family member. In another entry, he referenced a scene in which a character named Adrian would, in his words, coldly reveal something to his mother before killing her. A representative for OpenAI could not immediately be reached for comment when reporters asked following the arraignment. This detail, a chatbot allegedly used to draft violent fictional scenarios involving thinly disguised versions of real family members, hours before two people in that same household were killed, is, at the time of this recording, one of the most closely scrutinized elements of the case. It raises questions this investigation has not yet answered. Whether the writing reflected planning, ideation, a mental health crisis, or some combination the courts have not yet examined. Those questions remain open. No court has ruled on what the writing means. Court documents reveal another detail that adds context to the picture investigators have assembled, one that speaks to a household already on edge before that Tuesday. According to those documents, Arjun Aravind's father had recently grown worried about his son's behavior and his internet activity. As a precaution, the father had started hiding the knives kept in the house. Court documents also indicate that Arjun Aravind has autism, and that this was a factor his father cited in explaining the household's heightened caution in the weeks before the killings. None of this information has been presented in court as an explanation for what happened inside that home. It has been presented as context. A family that appears, based on these documents, to have recognized some level of risk and taken at least one concrete step in response. Whether that step was enough, whether more should have been known, and whether any additional warning signs existed, are questions this investigation has not answered publicly. Arjun Aravind appeared in Concord District Court on Thursday morning. According to reporters present, he wore a white t-shirt. His hands and ankles were cuffed. His long dark hair partially covered his eyes as he glanced around the courtroom. Witnesses in the room described him as showing little visible emotion during the proceeding. He was ordered held without bail, remanded to custody pending a dangerousness hearing. His defense attorney Deborah DeWitt spoke briefly with reporters afterward. She told them that when Aravind left the house, he did not realize his mother and brother were dead, that he was, in her words, in somewhat of a shock situation. DeWitt confirmed that the family had moved to Acton specifically to build a stronger support system for their children. She said the father simply wants help for his son. She also disclosed that Aravind has not spoken with his father since the killings. DeWitt told the court she plans to request a psychiatric evaluation. She said that while she believes Aravind may have unmet mental health needs, she also stated that he appears competent to stand trial. She additionally requested that his hand be medically re-examined. Court records indicate he had sustained an injury to it and had already received medical attention before appearing in court. A mental health evaluation has been ordered. Aravind is scheduled to return to Concord District Court on September 11th for a probable cause hearing. Both Arjun Aravind and his brother Siddharth were students at Acton Boxborough Regional High School. In a statement released after the arraignment, the school district called the situation horrific and tragic on many levels, and said the community was heartbroken for the family, friends, staff, and everyone affected. The district said its focus remains on supporting students and staff, and confirmed that counselors have been made available at the schools. The district said it had no further details to share about the ongoing investigation. District Attorney Marian Ryan, addressing reporters directly, described the case in stark terms. She called it an unspeakable tragedy, an incredibly dark day. She said it represented an insurmountable tragedy for the father in this case, and a very dark day for the Acton community and its school system. She added one more line that has stayed with the reporters covering this case since Wednesday. We are at the beginning of a very dark and long process. As of this recording, here's what has been confirmed by the Middlesex District Attorney's Office and by court filings. Sudha Venkatesan, 45, and Siddharth Aravind, 14, were found dead inside their Acton home on the evening of August 11, 2026. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has ruled both deaths homicides. The specific cause of death for each victim has not yet been finalized. Arjun Aravind, 17, the surviving family member, has been charged with 2 counts of murder and related charges. He has pleaded not guilty. He is currently held without bail. Investigators say the crime scene showed signs of blunt force trauma and a violent physical struggle. A damaged, bloodied laptop was recovered from the scene. Court documents indicate a documented pattern of concerning behavior in the weeks prior, including chatbot-assisted writing, described by prosecutors as fantasy stories about killing his family, and a father who had already taken the precaution of hiding household knives. A mental health evaluation of Arjun Aravind has been ordered by the court. His attorney maintains that he did not fully register what had happened when he left the house, and that he is currently in what she described as a state of shock. What remains unknown and unresolved is significant. The specific cause of death for each victim, the full contents and context of the chatbot logs cited in the complaint, whether any additional warning signs existed beyond the ones already disclosed, and most fundamentally, what a court will ultimately determine happened inside that house, and why. The Middlesex District Attorney's Office, Acton Police, and the Massachusetts State Police Detective Unit assigned to the DA's office continue to work the case. A family of 4 moved to a quiet Massachusetts suburb, by their own attorney's account, in search of a better support system for their children. On August 11th, that house became the scene of what a district attorney called an insurmountable tragedy. 1 child is dead. A mother is dead. A father has lost most of his family in a single afternoon, and has not spoken to his surviving son since. And a 17-year-old, whose fate now rests with a Massachusetts court, faces charges that could define the rest of his life, charges he denies. Arjun Aravind is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. The court has ordered a mental health evaluation. A probable cause hearing is scheduled for September 11, 2026. We will follow this case as it develops, and we will report only what is confirmed by the court and by law enforcement. If you have information relevant to this case, contact the Middlesex District Attorney's Office or Acton Police directly. Subscribe to Behind the Case File for more true crime investigations covered with accuracy and respect.